Hello everybody.
You need to get a communist in here, make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, but hello everybody. This is Blockhead here. He's a part of the Socialist Party, and I'm the owner. I'm part of the Democratic Party. I'm a moderate liberal, and he's a libertarian socialist. But we're gonna have a fight over which economic system is better, capitalism or socialism. So let's see who does it. Let's see which economic system is the best. Okay.
I come to a definitive conclusion. Okay. There really is no definitive conclusion in a debate like this.
So yeah, I wish we had a communist in here, but like,
I actually know a communist. I could ask him to come in if you want.
I'm fine. We can just talk. Well, okay, capitalism and socialism is more like more of a popular debate. But like,
yeah, it's also.
But like before you since there's no communists in here, like. What are your views on communism?
My views on communism is that it's a little too idealistic, it's a little too utopian for my taste. I believe that communism is a little too far into the left. I think it's
socialism's that too. Socialism's that too. Like it's far to the left too.
It is far to the left, but it's not as far to the left. I feel like there's a middle ground. I feel like there's.
It's like communism's like a political ideology in Marxist theory, isn't it?
Huh?
Is communism like an economic Marxist theory?
Well, socialism and communism sort of go off of that, but socialism still has some.
Yeah, but
some ties to capitalism.
But like but like I know. Hold on. But
where it's like not completely.
Yeah. But like in socialism and communism, but they seem like they have stuff in common a little. But like they believe like private property should be publicly owned.
Exactly. Socialists believe in the idea that we should socialize a lot of industries, like the healthcare industry, the education industry.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We should. I agree. We should have some socialist policies, but we shouldn't go full on socialist. Like socialist policies, I mean by universal health care, affordable college, those type of socialist policies.
Yeah, like Bernie.
Well, Bernie's not a socialist. He's a social democrat.
Right. He's not as far to the left as conservatives want to say he is.
Well, like, he's nowhere near from being a leftist. If a socialist or a communist is trying to become president, there would have been a revolution going on.
I mean,
there would have been a revolution.
Socialists have been mayors before, and like governors before, the Senate before.
But like, wait,
maybe not.
But right now.
Pretty sure the socialists in the Senate right now.
But right now.
It's like.
Hold on.
Maybe it won't be as bad as people.
But right now. Hold on, I'm cutting out. I'm being fun. Okay. I'm trying to get to the. I'm trying to get to the.
I wouldn't deny that.
Okay. So,
That's for every president that comes up.
Yeah.
That's for every president that comes up.
Hold on.
Of course, maybe that would be different. Conservatives are a little more antsy nowadays.
Yeah, I know conservatives can be that. But like, let's get into the economic and stop talking trash about conservatives. Let's talk about economics and let's talk about economics and stop talking trash about conservatives. But like,
yeah, you're right.
A capitalism, like, you agree we should have some social capitalist policies. Like what?
We should have some. We should have like a free market of sorts, but I think it should be a little different. I believe the government should have a stronger hold on it, but I believe that there are some institutions that are valid. I think that there are some shouldn't centralize.
But with
I think. Be decentralized.
Yeah. But with the means of
You're cutting out.
Okay. Hold on. So hold on. With the means of production, like, you said like the workers should own should control like the manager or something like that. Did you? Like,
not completely.
Yeah, but like we should not hold elections. Like the workplace is not the U.S. government. With elections, like jobs, like like for as a senator or House representative or governor or president, then sure. But like with like jobs with managers and all that, like don't do that. That's not the U.S. government.
Well, it might not be the U.S. government, that's true, but I think productivity would increase due to the fact that there is a manager that is more suit for the workers, and with things that are more suit for the workers that appeal to the workers more, we could, have the workers work harder.
Yeah,
so let's say we have a manager who
but like if they
is very strict on workers, doesn't really let them like take breaks or anything. Obviously, productivity is not going to be as high.
Mm-hmm. Let's say we
have an owner who is like for the workers, who the workers want that to be in power, and he's doing everything these workers want to allow productivity to continue. I feel like productivity would increase if we had a system that was more suited in favor of the worker.
Okay, so like when I'm speaking, like you can mute, so like mute, like so we like don't accidentally cut each other off, but like you can like mute for a minute.
Oh, all right.
But like, yeah, I kind of agree. But like, if the person's like unfit, like if the worker's like not like doing like stop, not doing too well. They should resign and let the vice president of the company take over if they're not doing so well with their health. But with the workers, like if they're being so rude to them, like why not just quit? Like you have the right to quit. Like there's no job like that says, oh yeah, you need to stay no matter what. There's no law that says that. Okay, so now it's your turn to speak. That's all I have to say.
Well, to counter to that point, yes, they could get a new job, but like that's not easy. That's not an easy thing to do. And also, if we just went off that logic and just let businesses just be like, okay, strict on workers, businesses are going to collapse. I want businesses to grow. I'm talking specifically big business. If it's like a super small business with barely any people working there, of course there should be more capitalistic ideas in that small business, but for the most part for big businesses, I just feel like, I'm saying I feel like a lot, but which is making my argument look bad, but I just think like if we just feel like, oh, they should just get a new job, that's not as easy as people say, and I feel like poverty would just, and a lot of other stuff would just increase due to the fact that some people just can't find other jobs. It's pretty hard to find a new job after, quitting or getting fired or something.
But like, okay, but like, hold on. So, but like, yes, it's hard to get a job, but like, you should try and find like go online and apply for an application. I wish you can like do that. Like back then, like you can just go to the job and apply for application, but like, I don't know if I'm making my argument look bad, but I'm trying to do my best. But like, I'm trying hard, but like. And you're not making your argument look bad. Like, let's try not to do that. But I think. Oh, hold on, I stutter a lot. But like today, like it's a little more harder. Like everything's online these days. Like we should you should go just apply like for it at the shop. Like you can't just go go. You can you should be optional these days. Sorry, it should be optional these days. Like. Go online, apply for it online, or apply it in person. Like, that should be a choice. But like, with hard getting a job, yes, it's hard to get a job. But, like not every time. Not every time it's hard to get a job. Like, it's not. But there's certain jobs out there, like, you need a degree in college. But, so sorry, I get my words mixed up, but apologize about that. But... there's some jobs out there that apply for college, but like it's hard to get a job. Like you need, like they have to look at your papers, see like it's really hard. Like they have to, like if you have a criminal record, a bad criminal record, like if you committed assault, they will not let you in. They will not let you do that. They will not let you in the job. But that's my turn. That's time your turn.
All right. Well, to that. Like, yeah, I agree. Like, if somebody committed, like, a murder, maybe they shouldn't get a job, but I feel like...
What about assault?
Yeah, you said assault. Like, if someone committed assault, it depends on the context of what, in my opinion. If this person just there's some lunatic going around punching people, then yeah, they probably shouldn't get the job. Well, I'm just rambling at this point, but I feel like the argument that, like, yeah, it's hard, but they should, is the same argument you could make against unions. Like, it's just get a new job. I think instead of that, people should be allowed to keep their job and improve the workplace for everybody in general. Because, like, in a social society, in theory, of course, we don't know what it'd be like in practice, but I feel like in a social society, if we had people democratically deciding who's the manager of this people, of the job, of course the workers deciding, and that person can help improve the workplace for everybody. But if you don't like it and just quit, the workplace is going to continue being bad for the rest of your coworkers. Or comrades. No, your fellow man.
But
anyway, I stuttered. It's your turn to speak.
But like that, if the coworkers wanted to stay, then that was their decision. Like, you got your decision. Like your boss doesn't choose your decision. Like, yeah, like if your coworkers want to stay, then fine, that's their decision. If you want to quit or stay, then that's your decision. Fine with me. But like, in a social society, how we control like the business owners, like, who will like still treat their workers like dogs, and like how like you can't, like, the government can't control their minds. Like, there's no machine where you can't control everyone's minds. Like, you can't like stop somebody from committing a murder. You can't control somebody's brain and stop them from committing a murder. You can't do any of that. Like, and you can't stop no one from smoking or like that. But like under a social society, like, I don't know how you're going to do this. Like, how are you going to like let them stop? Because like, you can't control their mind. You can't control what they do. So like, how?
Well, you can't control their mind. That's true, but we can implement laws and stuff to stop owners from exploiting their workers. We can do that. We could do that, and that would probably decrease. Of course, that's still going to happen, but there's going to be consequences for these people's actions. Like businesses' actions.
What are the consequences?
The consequence is that you're not the owner anymore. Wow, you costed yourself your own job. Of course, that's going to cost a lot of other people jobs. But I feel like.
But like how? But like, what if like this has happened? Like Donald Trump, like he committed like a lot of crime in his criminal record, but got away with it. But what if like the business owner like was rich, like super rich, and he bribed the police and to stop him, and he got away with it easily?
I feel like that's just due to the consequences of the society, that these rich people can get away with it. For one, I think it's going to be a lot harder to pay off the police, because with the idea of socialism, the police would be a lot harder, police reform. And I feel like without police reform, that stuff can happen. But with police reform, that stuff will cease to happen. Of course, there's going to be some exceptions, but there are exceptions to every rule. And of course, there's going to be anecdotes that, like, that have that stuff happen. Like, oh, in the social societies, one company is continuing to do this because they're that corrupt, so it can stop them. Well, at that point, we gotta say, like, alright, well, what about all these other companies? We just need to value the whole general thing. Of course, there's going to be some exceptions, and that's sad, and that sucks, but sadly, that's just the world we live in, where there's always going to be some exceptions. Like, there's some exceptions right now in some businesses that practice certain socialist ideas, and they seem to be doing pretty well. I can't name one off the top of my head, but I remember hearing a story about them. I'll try to look for that later. See if I got the story wrong, though. Anyway, it's your turn.
Okay, no matter no matter the country's economic system, no matter if it's capitalism, socialism, communism, or whatever, like, economic system, but, like, it will still have problems. The economy can, like, go, like, back and, like, go up or down. Like, it still, like, has problems. Like, but in all three economic systems, they will have authoritarian leaders. Like it's Venezuela's socialist. They have an authoritarian leader. Back, like, from 2017 to 2021, the United States was capitalism. They had an authoritarian leader, which was Donald Trump, which I don't really want to talk about him anymore because he's no longer president. And with Joseph Stalin and communist Russia and communist Russia, like in the USSR, like he was authoritarian. No matter if it's economic system, we're still gonna, or no matter its leader, we will still have problems. Like for an example, like a lot of conservatives are not happy with, with this. When Joe Biden first took office, like in January, everyone noticed the gas price went straight up, and a lot of people were not happy about it. But we're not talking about gas prices. I'm just saying, like, no matter and conservatives are mad that Joe Biden might go after their guns, but and Joe Biden, and with white nationalism, like no matter if that's an economic system, we're gonna still have problems like white nationalism, blah blah blah, and this and that, like coronavirus. We'll still gonna have problems no matter what. Earth is Earth.
Yes, every system is going to have problems. I agree with that. I said that earlier, but I think that in a social society, especially a libertarian social society, things like an authoritarian leader like Stalin won't happen. The problem with the USSR was that it still relied on the state. It relied on the state way too much. Of course, there's going to be some reliance on the state in a socialist society, but not as much as what happened in the USSR. They got their food, everything was in control of the state. The state controlled everything, and that was the problem. The state shouldn't control everything, but it should control something, like some essential thing. They should be able to allow workers to thrive, because the USSR wasn't really with the ideas I align with when it comes. Yeah, it was a type of communism. I agree with that.
But did you know, socialism. Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off there, but USSR used to be socialist. It was renamed a socialist, a socialist republic or something like that, and it got renamed to USSR. But Lenin, he started a socialist revolution, and later Stalin changed it into communism. Am I correct?
Yes, that's true. I agree with that. But here's the thing: they call themselves socialist, sure, but North Korea calls themselves democratic, and we all know North Korea is not democratic. Russia, modern Russia, calls itself a democracy.
Yeah, but North Korea can call themselves democratic all they want, but they're a communist country. There's not been a true communist country yet, but China, they can call themselves communist all they want, but they don't operate under communist ideals. In North Korea, they can call themselves communist all they want, but they don't operate under communist ideals. For an example, what if the UK claimed they were socialist, but they can call themselves socialist? I would say to them, hey, you can call yourself socialist all you want, but you don't operate under socialist ideals. What do you say to that?
That was the point I just made. Yeah, they can call themselves what they want, but they're not going to be that if they don't practice the ideologies of the ideology they claim they are.
Still I don't like how China is very authoritarian. China is very authoritarian. I heard they kill Christians there. I heard they kill Christians there. Is that true? Am I right?
They kill Muslims there.
Jesus.
I don't know about the.
What about Jews? Do they kill Jews? Are they Nazis? They might have to be Nazis. If they have to kill Muslims, they must be anti-Semitic.
Exactly. Well, even if they aren't killing Jews, they're still essentially Nazis. They're killing Muslims just for being Muslim. So, to me, they're basically in the same boat as Nazis.
Well, there's a lot of authoritarian countries out there, like Pakistan. I heard they kill Christians there.
Yeah.
But there's with authoritarian socialist countries, hey, hold on, stutter a lot. It's okay, but we all stutter. I think trying to get my words mixed up, but let me think about what I say. We're all going to have authoritarian leaders. But in Sweden, guess what they did? They tried socialism in the 1970s, and that fucking crashed their economy. But it almost crashed their economy. But when they changed this economic system from socialism to capitalism, their economy started going back up. What do you say to that?
Well, here's the thing about that. They switched too quickly. We can't have just an immediate switch. We gotta ease into these kind of things. We gotta become from a capitalist society to a social capitalist society, then a more social democracy, and then a market socialist society, and then maybe, just maybe, if we progress far enough, we could live in a communist utopia. Now that's going to be far, far, far into the future.
Yeah.
But you can't make an immediate switch.
But if you a socialist utopia, blah blah, what about do you in the future? Do you believe America will become a socialist utopia?
I'm not sure. I think
a lot of leftists are not going to be happy about what I'm going to say, but America's never going to be a socialist or communist country. But if, for example, what if Bernie got sworn in as president and he admitted socialism will be better than capitalism? But if he try and change America's economic system, the House chamber would just stop him right there. There.
Yeah, but that's only if we don't progress and we just instantly switch into it.
99%. If Bernie wanted to try and change America's economic system from capitalism to socialism, 99% of Congress is going to say, hell no.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said, that's only if... That's really only if it's alright, if we haven't progressed farther enough. We have to it's a very slow process. You aren't going to ever get it quickly. I think in the far, 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 far future, when you and me are gone, I think maybe it's going to, there'd be a big chance of that happening. But of course, at first we're going to have to dismantle the two-party system.
I believe
that's kind of our first step to progress.
I believe in
progress is making everything essential, making healthcare and college essential. Anyway, it's your turn.
I believe in the far, 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 far future when everyone is dead and we're all buried in the ground, rotting to death. I think everything will be anarchy, no state, far, far future, when everyone's dead, and we have and we made it to Mars and we traveled in every planet in the universe, and we'll have robots everywhere, and we all be rotting into the ground, but everything would be. I think everything. My prediction is everything will be anarchy. Every country in this world would be anarchy.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's probably what's going to happen. But like I said, that's only really going to happen if we can't instantly go to freaking Trotsky. We have to start with Bernie. You know? Can't go into Chomskyism too quickly. We gotta start somewhere. You can't just go right into freaking communism, or else you're gonna fail.
Yeah, name me one time. I have a question. Name me one time when socialism has succeeded. Name me one time. I just want to know one time.
One time it has succeeded. Well, we've seen different elements of socialism succeed. We've never really seen it been truly tried, and it's in the kind of socialism I believe, which is libertarian socialism. We've only seen more authoritarian types of socialism be tried, and those obviously failed. But that's because of authoritarianism, not really because of socialism. When did
we have a libertarian socialist that succeeded? Which country? Just name me a country. I don't care what continent it is.
Like I said, we've never had one. We've never had one that failed either, because we've never had a libertarian socialist country ever. Okay. But we've seen elements of it succeed. We've seen universal healthcare succeed in other countries. So I feel like if all these different elements can succeed in other different countries, why not the whole ideology? What exactly is wrong with the ideology that's going to make the whole thing crumble and fail?
Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to get my words. Sorry, I stutter. Just need to take the deep breath first. Okay.
I'm sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
Let me take the deep breath first. I'm talking too fast. Okay.
One more time.
Let me take the deep breath first. Deep breath.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. But we'll probably never will. Well, there might not. In the far, far future, we might have a libertarian socialist. But I want to see what they want to do. Let's try a libertarian socialism and see how that would go. Let's see how would that succeed. I kind of believe I have mixed feelings about it. I give it 60% no, it won't work, and 40% yes, it will work. But like with universal healthcare, yes, I agree with that 100%. Like we should have universal healthcare. Like I don't agree with Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All system because, like, this is how he failed the primaries. Okay, like, yeah, there's older liberals who are over 30 in their 50s or 40s voted for Biden because they aren't that progressive like Bernie. But here's the fact. That's why he lost. And Medicare for All, like, I agree with Biden on this. Like, in the Democratic debates, like, last year, when, like, after Super Tuesday, when Biden got his victory, but, Biden was right. He confronted him easily, like, on his Medicare for All proposal plans. Like, he didn't tell us the cost. Like, he didn't tell us what would it cost us in taxes. Like, Bernie, like, he can't just, if Bernie became the president and took office and got inaugurated at the Capitol on January 20th, 2021, if he did got inaugurated, like, he can't just go, where would we get the money from? I know, and where would we get the money from? Like, Bernie can't just go up to, Bernie can't just go up to the insurance companies and put a gun up to their head and say, hey, give all of the Americans free health care for all. So now it's your turn.
Okay, for one of your points, Bernie won the popular vote. He won the popular vote, but I feel... Oh, hold on. I know he won the popular vote for, like, most of the Democratic election. Let me just see quickly why he failed real quick, and you can make a point, whatever point you want to make.
I told you why he failed, because, like, there's liberals there are liberals who are over 30, over 40, who aren't that progressive like Bernie, so they decide to vote for Biden.
Well, hold on one sec. So Bernie, yeah, he quit. It was actually, he was winning the popular vote. A lot of people were on his side, but he quit. And he quit. I think he quit, like, there's a couple reasons why he quit, but actually he had pretty good chances of winning if he didn't, but he had to eventually give up for whatever reason. And I feel like
you said he dropped out. Yeah, he dropped out because of COVID. He couldn't reach out to many people.
Partly, yeah.
But like, how would he
live?
Since you said like when he dropped out, like he had 300. He was behind 300 delegates. But I don't know. There's something I don't get. If he dropped out the race in April, but how would he like still remain on the ballot? Like the states that haven't even held their primaries yet when he dropped out. Like, well, how come he was still on the ballot?
That's just simply how that works. But he could still win. He could still have won the popular vote, but there was really no way he was going to win at that point. He dropped out the election, meaning he wasn't going to campaign anymore. But he wasn't still running technically. He was just done campaigning. He couldn't campaign anymore.
Okay,
he was still on the ballot.
But what if he?
Stupid government reasons.
But hold on. But
here it is.
Yeah. But when. Yeah,
also,
but
isn't he in the Senate right now and like the leader of the budget committee? So there's probably something to do with that.
But like, what if he did?
You're cutting out.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so what if he did like when Bernie dropped out, he was at 914 delegates and Biden was at 1,214 delegates. And like, what if he all caught up and he stopped campaigning? But what if he all caught up to Biden and reached a nomination? What would happen then?
If he did manage to get the nomination, I feel like he would have won because for a couple of reasons. Bernie won the was looking very good. He had a lot of support, a lot of support behind him. And even if he won, and even if the Democrats were mad, they wouldn't vote for Trump because they hate Trump even more than they hate Bernie somehow. Despite them having a lot of hatred for Bernie, they hate Trump a lot more because Trump is a lot worse.
I have to agree. Trump is very worse, but with the older liberals who aren't that progressive at all, like Bernie, but I think they would go for Trump. But here's why: mute yourself for a minute, so like I don't accidentally get cut off. But
sure thing.
Okay, but like more older liberals who aren't that progressive like Bernie, like they're nowhere near from being that little progressive at all, but like they would vote for Trump. They would cast in their ballot for Trump because why? Because if Bernie went against Dummy Boy, which I'm talking about Trump, Dummy Boy, I like to call Trump Dummy Boy. If Bernie got nominated to go against Dummy Boy, he would have lost. But because like socialist policies, like there'll be like a lot of Americans will be scared of the idea of socialism. We're like in a mixed society, half closed-minded, half open-minded. But like I think Trump would have got the victory. But like, and yeah, like if Dummy Boy Dummy Boy would have got a second term if Bernie got nominated. But like since like older liberals might vote for Trump more because like he's not that progressive at all.
I actually disagree because of the fact that, yes, there would be some older liberals, not all, but some older liberals would vote for Trump, but I feel like that wouldn't make up the majority. Also, Trump wouldn't have won by the Electoral College. There's no way. Like, Bernie would most definitely won the popular vote, but he probably wouldn't win by popular vote. He'd win by another. Actually,
do you think? Okay.
No, Bernie would win the popular vote, but he wouldn't win the Electoral College vote.
But if Bernie, okay.
Actually, I secede to your point. Yeah, Bernie would have lost, but not for the reasons you gave.
Okay, if he did get the nomination, he would have lost Arizona, he would have lost Georgia, he would have lost Wisconsin, he would have lost Pennsylvania.
Yeah, maybe he would have lost those states, but I feel like there was a lot more blue states that would have backed him. He just wouldn't have won by the Electoral College.
So that's why we sent out Biden to go against Trump.
Yeah, and to be fair to Biden, he is keeping Bernie pretty close to him.
Well,
they seem to be having a very good working relation. They seem to be working a lot together on a lot of things. But Biden isn't really coming out to support any of Bernie's ideas.
But we're just discussing about Bernie. But Bernie has to do with economics sometimes, like with socialist ideals. But let's talk about now let's talk about Democrat. Now let's talk about his. Now let's talk about it. Hold on. Let's talk about now the Democrat. Hold on. Now let's talk about the democratic socialism. Democratic socialism, I just believe it's just another version of liberalism. Can you agree with me on that one?
Democratic socialism is just another form of liberalism? Yes and no. Yes and no. I say yes because of the fact that, it does keep a lot of, liberal policies, a lot of democratic policies, but it also has a lot of socialist policies under its belt, to the point where it's I wouldn't really consider it a leftist or liberal policy. I consider it right in between leftist and liberal. However, social capitalism is a liberal idea, or capitalist reform.
Yeah, I believe in capitalist reform as a moderate liberal, but moderate, when I was at the time when I was severely moderate, I agreed with Republicans on BLM, all lives matter, but not anymore. I'm pushing myself. I'm not pushing myself too far left. I'm still pretty moderate, but democratic socialism, it's still socialism, but Trump supporters say democratic socialism is just another form of socialism, just to get more view. Trump supporters make these around me make these excuses democratic socialism is just Bernie's just spreading lies about his democratic socialist policies just to get more people on his side, and when he's president he just wants to make us all poor and blah blah blah, he'll lie to us, blah 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 blah, like that. But I don't I'm trying to stay as open-minded, but those closed-minded lunatics, I don't want to listen to Trump supporters. I don't want to be around them anyway, because they're not my favorite. They're not the best people in the world to talk to, but I'm trying to stay away from them as long as possible and mostly debate leftists, but mostly debate leftists and trying to stay away from conservatives as hard as possible. And it's a lot more better to debate leftists since I just don't debunk them in 1 second like I do with conservatives.
Yeah, we actually make some good points. I feel as though, I can agree with you what you said on conservatives. They tend to not make the best points. A lot of their points are just denial of facts. it's just, yeah. And I feel like we've sort of reached kind of a rock in this debate. We seem to sort of be agreeing on a lot more stuff, and of course disagreeing on a lot more stuff.
Well, like, yeah.
I think we should leave it off here for the day because I think I still gotta do some work around the house. And,
okay.
you know,
well,
I've been
it was nice.
My mom and dad out with a bunch of stuff around the house.
Nice.
They want to get the house painted. You know,
it was nice debate. It was the night. Okay, so it was nice. It was nice debating you about economics. Like next debate will be like, do you like philosophy?
What'd you say?
Philosophy, like philosophy. I can't say it. Philosophy.
Philosophy?
Yeah, philosophy. Yeah, philosophy.
Yeah, I've been.
I really don't.
I'm not educated enough on the subject.
I really don't. I really don't have an opinion on philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy is kind of like one of those things that kind of like surpass me. Like I'm all about like policies and theories, but not really about philosophy.
Yeah, yeah, but like after this, I'm gonna like chill if I continue working on a server, like add rules and blah 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 that. But I'll see you later. We're closing in the debate. Nice debating about economics. I kind of give it a 50-50 because like I think we just hit each other with points. Like, what about you?
Hey, I think we both made some good points.
Yeah, but
like,
I
think we seceded to each other's points a lot. I seceded to your point on Bernie. He most definitely would have lost.
He would have lost big to Dummy Boy. But if I was a Trump supporter, you would just debunk me in 1 minute.
Yeah, I don't think Bernie would get destroyed in the debate or anything, in like the election or anything. But he wouldn't win.
Anyway,
bye. I should go. It's been fun.
Bye.
I'll see you around.
Bye.